Hey guys, we're back again with another review. This time is on The Wrecking Crew starring Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa. I saw this movie today, which it dropped today, and this movie, all I can say, it's a really good movie. This is not a bad movie. David Bautista and Jason Momoa, they work well together. It has action, it has heart. I think it's written very well, and just them playing off each other is funny. Jason Momoa, we all know him just basically as the fun, surfer dude. And Dave Bautista, a lot of people should know him. He's from WWE. He's a wrestler, former wrestler. He's been in a lot of movies. He's been in Apple Plus shows. He's been in other movies, things like that. And he has grown into an actor. We know him basically from Guardians of the Galaxy as Drax, and directed by James Gunn, of course. And I think him playing Drax really put him put him out there more, more and more from that. He'd done other movies, but him playing Drax really elevated him as well. Elevated him meaning that a lot of people see him, a lot of people know who he is. But I think one time he did say that he wanted to be more than just that character, and it kind of ended, which it ended. Guardians of the Galaxy kind of is finished, within the Marvel. And that's what a lot of people know Dave Batista. I know him because of WWE. Jason Momoa, we know him from a lot of shows. I think he was in a lot of TV shows, and of course he was Aquaman, and now he's going to be Lobo on the Supergirl movie that's coming out in June. But Dave Batista and Jason Momoa have done things together. There's a show I think it's called C, and I think possibly I might be wrong. I apologize if I am, but I know that they teamed up before in like a TV show, so they do have chemistry already. So basically, the Wrecking Crew is an estranged half brothers, Johnny and James, Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa, reunite after their father's mysterious death. As they search for the truth, buried secrets reveal a conspiracy threatening to tear their family apart. So Jason Momoa and Bautista are brothers, but they're half brothers, of course. Their father, you know, slipped out, and had extra nookie, and so same dad, different moms, of course. And basically, they're strange. Dave doesn't talk to, um, you know, Dave doesn't talk to Jason, and vice versa. And basically, Dave Batista, he stays in Hawaii. Jason Momoa is on a reserve, and he's a cop as well. And something happens to their father, and he passes away. People think it's just a hit and run, but finding out there's a lot of things going on within that. I like that story as well. Basically, these two have they get together, they have to figure out what's going on, with their father's death. Within that story, I like it because besides the funny antics with Jason Momoa, and you had the seriousness with Dave Bautista, you have that comedic between them. Dave Bautista, even though he's serious, he has that times where he's just funny. He brings it out. It's those little moments that Dave Bautista has. Jason Momoa is always having that. With the balance that they have, I like it because Jason Momoa can turn serious as well into funny. We know Jason is to be funny, Dave Bautista just to be serious. But when they have that balance between each other, it's hilarious. And when they start agreeing on certain things, it's funny. So with this movie, you get nothing but action. They had to find out who the father killer is. You got gangs coming after them. You had the is it Akuza. If I said it wrong, I'm sorry. You have the Akuza coming after them, and it's funny. There's one scene that just Mo's in the bathroom. He's using the bathroom, and the Akuza comes behind him, and and he turns around as he's still peeing. It's hilarious. You know, it just those certain antics is funny. I like the movie because it reminds me a lot of the '90s action movies where just shooting, killing, blood, fighting, ass whooping, things like that, and I like that. In my opinion, this movie should have been in the theaters. This movie has a decent plot. It's not nothing wild like, it's so cinematic. It's just a really good movie to sit down, watch, eat your popcorn, laugh, love the brutality, love the fighting. That's what you want. It reminds me of those action thrillers back in the day with Arnold Schwarzenegger and um, uh, Van Damme. A lot of those movies just action, just fighting, and that's all you want. A lot of adrenaline, of course. A lot of I got the girl, got to save the girl, all of that. That's what brings this into the movie with that small plot. It's just fun. The action, it's decent. It's just a lot of ass whooping. You see Dave Bautista fighting. There's one good scene in this movie where Dave Bautista and and Jason Momoa do fight each other, but it's like when it's like, of course, you have brother. Everybody can resonate having an older brother, having a little brother, and you're always fighting each other. I have a little brother, I have an older brother. So, my little brother and I were very close in age than my older brother. So we would tussle and all that. That's what brothers do. Then after they talk it out. That's what it is. That's a very powerful scene between two brothers where they're estranged. They have this animosity between each other. Dave has, he's not close to his brother because what his dad did, and Jason Momoa was not close because he felt like he was never accepted by Dave because how things happen. As we know, you can't control how you were born and who your father is, mother, nothing like that. You're just in this world, and Dave holds a lot of maybe resentment, and he portrayed it or pushed it towards Jason to Jason, and that made Jason feel some type of way. And you see that in the movie where they just clashing back and forth. The scenery and how this movie is very beautiful. It's based in Hawaii. I don't think it's shot in Hawaii, but it's beautiful, and it's just a good movie where it has a good balance of everything that you want in a type of movie with this action comedy, where it has heart, has good writing, has good action scenes in it, has two good you know buddies, that become buddies or they have to become buddies to find out who killed their father. That's what I like about this movie. It's just a fun movie. And I feel like if Amazon put more money towards this movie and really pushed it and really sold it and really dropped it maybe sometime in later in May or sometime in the summertime, this movie wouldn't, in my opinion, would have made money. People know who Dave Bautista is. People know who Jason Momoa is. Jason Momoa was Aquaman, and his movies made billions. So he's ready a box. My opinion, he's ready. Well, not my opinion. A lot of people's opinion. He's a box office success. Dave Bautista is still getting there. You can see he's a box office success as well within the Guardians making that money. So my thing is, I feel like Amazon really dropped the ball on this movie because I feel like they could have made a lot of money with this movie if they promoted this well, they pushed it well enough, they would have made money. Put this in the theaters, let it come out maybe sometime in June because I don't think a lot of movies are coming out in June besides maybe Supergirl, maybe Toy Story, some other movies. But putting in the right spot, it would have made money. Or even in July, somewhere in the summertime, somewhere in May, this should have been in the theaters because this is a good movie. Slapping this movie onto Amazon and everybody can watch it or pause it whenever, in my opinion, really disrespects it. Because if you want to give it time, give it money, let it and push it properly, you would have made your money back. This movie, as you can tell, wasn't that expensive to make. Now, some of the CG is, it's not, it's very blah. See, I can say that because movies in 2026, CG should be pretty up there. It doesn't have to be fantastic, but up there. But also you can use practical effects. And you can say some of this, you can see some is practical effects. A lot of it's CGI. There's a helicopter scene in the movie. You can off the bat, you can tell it's CG and it's kind of you can tell it's rough CG basically. The helicopter scene, the guy in the helicopter, you can tell it's not that good, but that's okay. That did not distract me. I can point it out and see it, but it doesn't take me out the movie because how Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa interact with each other, and also the side characters in this movie as well. I really enjoyed this movie for the action. Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa, their chemistry is phenomenal. The plot and story is good. Their father mysteriously gets killed. Had to find out what he was going into. What was he doing? Boom. That's all you need. Put a gang in there, corrupt people. That's all you need. That's all you need, and that's a good movie. That's something that you would need in the theaters and not on streaming. A movie like this, you would have. in the theater that this should have been in the theaters. I give The Wrecking Crew a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed watching this movie. It made me think about my family. It made me think about my brother. It made me feel like what happened to my father if it was something suspicious. Yeah, I'm gonna go all out, and we'll find out. Even though they might have been so close to their father, that's still your family. That's the point of it. It's still family, no matter what. That's family. You gotta figure out what's going on. That's what you get from this. Dave Bautista, he's a badass Navy SEAL. Jason Momoa is a cop. They both have skills, so that's it. You don't need a huge backstory. Dave Bautista has the skills. Jason Momoa, he's a cop. He has the skills. All right, that's what we need. And this movie made me laugh, made me be like, just had me like, oh man. There's an action scene where Dave Bautista's fighting one of the main bad guys in the Yakuza, and that fight scene is done very well. And the way it ends, you have to watch it because it goes hard. Other than that, this is a good movie. If more money was put into this, marketed even harder, it would have done well in theaters. It would have made money. I had fun with this. I enjoyed this movie. Dave Bautista, Jason Momoa's chemistry is phenomenal, and I want to see them in more movies because it's funny. You have the Jason Momoa of that rocker dude, that surfer dude, that funny dude in this movie. You you like it. You cannot you want to be friends with Jason Momoa. You want to be friends. You want to hang out with him. Dave Bautista, you want him to be your buddy. You want him to have your back as well. So these two, I enjoyed it. This is a movie I think everyone should watch, and hopefully Amazon will see this and everybody go watch this movie. Hopefully they'll be like, okay, let's make a second one because kind of at the end, I'm not gonna spoil it, but kind of at the end, I feel like they left a little opening for a second one, and I would see this. So hopefully everyone go see this. Go on Amazon, watch it, give it a thumbs up, and let's push this movie. So hopefully they'll make a second one with a little bit more extra money in it, not no crazy money, but a little bit of extra money into it, so they can put it in the theaters. Because I enjoyed this movie. This movie is fun. It has everything you wanted in a. This has everything you want in an action comedy movie for the summer. This was made for it, but they want to drop it on January 28th during really nobody watching anything really on TV. Really, nobody really going to the movies. Really, this could have been a really good movie. I feel like they could have waited until later on and put the money into it and really just pushed it and everybody go see it. In my opinion, just that's just me. I had fun with it. I like movies like this that have the action in it, that has the comedy buddy. But this one has really that closeness in there. It's family. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Wrecking Crew starring Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Did you enjoy it? Did you not like it? Leave your comment below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, guys. But until the next review, until whatever I talk about again, whatever I review again, and wherever I review and whatever I might like, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
So, you two been chasing murderers in a minivan?
Yeah, he blew up my other car.
Yeah,
That's not what happened.
surprised me at all.
Literally what happened. No, it's not. Why does your car go faster?
Okay, split up. You guys look like The Rock screwed himself and had twins.